I frustrate all of my friends because I actually leave my phone in my office and then go do my day. People are like, "How could you be away from your phone for 4 hours?" I'm like, "What am I gonna do?" I like the in-person thing. Yeah, absolutely. People often ask us, "Tell us about your season. Is there a theme?" And I think the answer is usually no, maybe including now. But there's certain things in a season that really start to reveal themselves in terms of connections between various plays. We definitely tend to be attracted into and program the shows that have an idea of we can move forward.
Yep.
There is a bridge toward a better world, and that these problems are huge, but there's some solutions that we can find together. So this is the 24-25 season we're
Hmm.
talking about. Even as we speak, the first show is intact. It's Johnny and June. Want to talk a little bit about Johnny and June?
Sure. I mean, it's exciting to have Des McAnuff back in the building, and it's incredible to have this music, this sort of deeply rooted Americana music, being brought to life on stage by this incredible band and company.
I get such a kick out of having Ring of Fire, having I Walk the Line on our stages. These amazing, iconic songs.
The fun thing is that it's tackling that music and bringing that music to life, but it's also bringing to life and resurrecting the story of Johnny Cash and June Carter, but through the eyes of their son.
Yeah, I get very moved by the story in the show of this relationship with so much love in it as it's tested by addiction and the ways in which their fame and their success really create tension that could pull them apart. But they get through it, and they get through it while creating amazing music. Let's talk a little bit about Derecho,
Yeah.
which is a show that originated for us in our DNA New Work series.
Derecho is about two sisters, Eugenia and Mercedes, who are coming together on an evening when a derecho is going to hit, which is a giant storm. But at this moment in time, Eugenia is about to run for office, and she's trying to figure out how to become electable. And she's trying to figure out how to navigate her identity as a Latina and also figure out how to become something that the voters want to vote for. While her sister Mercedes is trying to reconnect desperately to her roots of her identity. And their conflict mirrors the storm that starts brewing outside.
It's tapped into what's happening in the country right now, but it's also very specific to this family.
And we're excited that Delicia Turner Sonnenberg
One of our favorite directors
directing.
ever, spectacularly accomplished in both nationally and also around San Diego. And she's just one of the most involved, imaginative, bold directors I know. Next up after Derecho is Velour, a drag spectacular. You would know Sasha from RuPaul's Drag Race, also from a book that Sasha wrote about the history of drag. And this piece is a collaboration between Sasha and Moises Kaufman, who has directed repeatedly here, most recently in Here There Are Blueberries. And there's incredible musical numbers in it, and a very emotional story at the center about how Sasha came to become Sasha Velour and also Sasha's relationship with her mother. It's amazing to have Moises back working with us, and Moises' company, Tectonic Theater Project. It's a co-production with them. All of those shows are innovation forward. There's going to be ideas you haven't encountered before, and that there's going to be a theatrical mentality that's going to excite you.
They're so excited to create an environment that our audience is going to walk into that I think is going to be a little different. I think the rules of going to see drag and the rules of going to see theater are going to mix in a really exciting way because they want the audience to be viscerally responsive.
I think it's going to be a party in that room.
Total party.
Potiker. Yeah. Let's talk a little bit about Primary Trust. So most of what we do is world premieres at the La Jolla Playhouse, and also occasionally there'll be a play that one of us has seen that we really want our audiences to see. So in this case, the world premiere was in New York, and this is a West Coast premiere of an amazing play by Ebony Booth. Directed by the original New York director.
Knut Adam.
Yes. It's so personal and so human, this play. I fell in love with it, and then we programmed it, and since then it's actually won the Pulitzer Prize.
At their center of it, it's Kenneth. And 60 seconds into the play, spoiler alert, but it's 60 seconds into the play, he turns to the audience and says, "The person I'm actually sitting with is imaginary." And when you discover why and what that means to Kenneth, it is so deeply moving. And then it is deeply moving as we watch him figure out how do you move on from that and actually re-enter the world.
There's so much hope in the play, and there's so much kindness.
Yeah.
And at this moment in history, I love telling any story that that leaves you with a feeling of we can do it and we can do it together. Let's talk about your local theater presents A Christmas Carol by Charles Dickens again.
Written by Anna Munch, UCSD MFA grad playwright, directed by Les Waters, former head of UCSD Theater and emeritus faculty. It starts with Eddie, who's fresh out of Juilliard at his local regional theater, ready to take on the world, but he's there to get his equity weeks, get a paycheck, move on, and do amazing things. And then we follow as every year he is back and he gradually ages into taking over as Scrooge.
And it's really about a regional theater producing A Christmas Carol over a variety of different years and what's touching and ridiculous about that process. To me, it's really, really funny. And also it's an opportunity, to think about how do lives change and morph through time, and is this what we chose, and is this what we want, and what communities and families are we part of.
And it lets audiences into the backstage world of a theater and the green room of a theater, put in the most joyous, funny package, like wrapped up with a beautiful bow. I'm gonna let you take this one.
Great. So, Three Summers of Lincoln, which I am directing, is the finale of our season, and it's a musical about 3 summers in the life of Abraham Lincoln, particularly focusing on his relationship with Frederick Douglass. As well as with his wife, Mary Todd Lincoln. And it's really about what it takes to move someone from careful and lawyerly and a real politician who thinks about what's possible towards someone who's capable of really bold action.
And the great thing is that it's super epic, and yet the work that you've all done to make these characters stand apart as individuals, I think it's going to be exciting for audiences to be swept away in that, but also feel like they're connecting with real people grappling with real things, even though they are gigantic historical figures.
It's also really exciting to work with an extraordinary emerging composer, Crystal Monet Hall.
Oh my God.
Her score is muscular and surprising and tuneful and really emotional. And we're excited to have you join us for this 24-25 season. I think we've programmed a season that really does center itself in hope.
It does. And I'm excited, and I know you are too, to have the audiences go along for the ride on all 6 of these shows and feel that arc of time, of history, of this journey of coming from sort of not darkness, but complication into a new reality, but bringing joy forward with it, bringing a sense of change is coming, change is happening, and change is exciting.
And how we embrace it to change towards something that is more humane and more just.
Yeah, and is there anything better than an artist and a group of artists coming together in a theater to unpack how to do that?